now on 18 News.
New tonight, the prosecution introduces phone records tying Thomas Clayton to his wife Kelly's killer the night she was murdered.
And coming up, teachers across the country are gathering to protect their public schools. Find out the message of one local high school next.
And a stabbing attack in Elmira's Heritage Park, what the victim says happened.
From WETM 18, your local news leader. This is 18 News at 5 in high definition.
Good evening, I'm John Kessler. Thank you for joining us. Day 8 wraps up in the Clayton murder trial, and another former employee takes the stand today. The first witness on the stand, Luke Teterow, who says he worked for Clayton when he was in high school and that the Claytons were like a second family to him. He testified that he'd borrowed a four-wheeler from Clayton on Saturday, September 26 of 2015, and then Clayton had called him the next day saying not to return the four-wheeler to his home. Clayton told him that they would swap trucks on Monday, September 28th instead, which Teterow said he had no problem with since it was a newer white Dodge Ram. He also described the murder weapon used to kill Kelly as a broken maul hammer handle. He said that the handle broke in 2014 while chopping wood and that it was just left on the Clayton's property ever since. Clayton, who is currently free on bail, pleaded not guilty in December 2015 to one count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of second-degree murder, all in connection with Kelly's death. We do invite you to stay with 18 News. We do have a live report from Steuben County Court on 18 News at 5:30. Now let's head to Chemung County Court, where closing arguments are slated for tomorrow in the trial of 25-year-old Lawrence Baker. 18 News reporter Gail Ong was in the courtroom and brings us the latest on today's testimony.
John, it's day 3 of the Lawrence Baker murder trial. The 25-year-old man accused of shooting and killing 24-year-old Najee Holmes. And today, Baker took the stand.
And the man who says he thought he was shooting and killing President-elect Donald Trump will not stand trial for murder, at least not for now. Justin Barkley is accused of killing UPS driver William Schumacher outside an Ithaca Walmart in December. This morning, a judge ruled Barkley will go to a secure hospital for treatment. The district attorney believes further evaluation, though, will reveal Barkley is competent and that he will face charges in the future. Elmira police investigating a stabbing last night in Heritage Park. A 29-year-old Elmira man says he was walking near the basketball court when he was attacked by a group of males and females. He says he was knocked to the ground, kicked, and stabbed several times. The victim's injuries are not considered life-threatening. Today's Twin Tiers Most Wanted is out of Steuben County. 26-year-old Nicholas Eaton is described as having brown hair, green eyes. He is 5 foot 7 inches tall, weighs 190 pounds. Eaton's last known address, 223 Baker Street in Corning. He is wanted for violation of probation for criminal possession of a weapon. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is asked to contact the Steuben County Sheriff's Office. With the extreme drought that we experienced over the summer months, where do we stand now and what does it mean for our future? 18 News reporter Shelby Clark joins us now live in the studio with some details. Shelby?
John, although we have seen some relief since the summer, we are still not quite caught up to what we normally see this time of the year.
Brings us to today's question of the day. As protests take place in the Southern Tier over the President-elect's choice for Education Secretary, do you worry about the impact she could have on public schools? You can leave your comments on our Facebook page or tweet us at WETM 18 News, and we'll be airing some of your responses during 18 News at 5:30. The president-elect is in Washington, D.C. right now, still to come on 18 News at 5. Donald Trump's got a new ride. Plus, You know it's cold when they set records in Alaska. We'll tell you just how cold things are there. Donald Trump and his family are in Washington. It will be a whirlwind of festivities, and then suddenly, the real deal. Steve Handelsman has the latest from the White House. And we do invite you to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. for full coverage on the inauguration. Well, teachers gathered across the state today to, quote, protect our schools. Rallies took place in response to President-elect Trump's pick for Education Secretary, and we now head over to our Corning correspondent, Michelle Ross, who joins us live from the Corning Bureau. Michelle? Thank you, Michelle. Former President George H.W. Bush and his wife Barbara still hospitalized in Houston. The 92-year-old former president went into the ICU yesterday for pneumonia. Doctors say they performed a minor procedure to protect and clear his airway, and that he is resting comfortably in stable condition right now. The 91-year-old former First Lady is being treated for bronchitis. Doctors say she'd not been feeling well for a couple of weeks and decided to have the experts check it out. There's still no timetable for their release. Extreme low temperatures hit Alaska last night. Here's what minus 47, 42 degrees looks like. Wow. Dense fog forming in Fairbanks. Many school districts canceled after school activities because of visibility issues. Conditions not expected to improve much today. A high of 40 below expected. A high of 40 below. They haven't dipped this low in Fairbanks since 2012. Well, you might want to stock up on stamps before Sunday. That's because the price of Forever stamps will go up to 49 cents. They've been at 47 cents since April, when the government temporarily ordered the U.S. Postal Service to drop its prices for the first time in a century. Well, come this Sunday, they'll be at 49 cents again. Postcards, international mail, and heavier packages are not affected by the price hike. Borrowers could potentially save hundreds under the new Mortgage Insurance Premium Reduction Act set to take effect later this month. An analysis finds that borrowers could potentially save an average of $446 a year. Mortgage insurance is what many borrowers are required to buy when making a down payment of less than 20%. Netflix, it's reporting 7 million new subscribers in its last quarter. That number is a new record and far more than the 5.5 million customers it added during the same period the year prior. Netflix plans to add more than 1,000 hours of original content this year. Finally, this evening, we want to take you to a candy store in Des Moines, Iowa. It has a new product in honor of our president-elect. The Chocolate Storybook has released its new Trump Hair Cotton Candy. It's yellow, has a butterscotch flavor, and can be shaped like the president-elect's hair.
Oh, yeah. You can really get a nice Trump toupee going if you fluff it just right. How does it look?
This is the candy store's 45th cotton flavor. 45th president. Thank you for joining us for 18 News at 5. Your 5:30 news coming up next.